Welcome back, ass men, women, non-binaries, to episode 19 of American Super Squad. Today we got on Dustin Edwards back on the show. Welcome back.
How y'all doing?
Yeah. Joined today by the ass men, myself, Matt North, and Ramon Robolino.
Howdy, howdy. The show is of age. We're 19 years old. 19 episodes in.
19 episodes old.
I am an ass man myself, but you don't realize how much you miss big titties until you don't have the option. But
Yeah. I mean, I feel most people would choose ass over titties, I feel.
I would hope
in this day and age.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to choose one, if it's just like you gotta choose one, ass or titties, I'm gonna go with ass.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way, like
sexuality has been gentrified, I think.
We're bringing it back for the culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but there was a point in time I feel like in the white community where like the aesthetic for a woman to be beautiful was like to have like a pancake ass and these big ass fucking tits.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It was
not
a dark
a pancake
age.
ass, but like Pamela Anderson really didn't have much ass. Like,
No.
like.
It was kind of weird.
It was a dark era.
It was.
The dark ages, if you will.
Jesus, yeah. Even up to the 90s, it was like cool to look like you were on heroin and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, heroin chic, they
Literally
called it.
nothing there, but okay.
But today is a very special episode. As we draw near to episode 20, we have a dating advice episode today. Just quick disclaimer, all of these are our opinions. No one piece of advice fits all. What worked for us might not work for you. This isn't going to be some, Andrew Tate pickup artist shit where we're like, you need to be a high value male,
Yeah, definitely not.
This is just our genuine experiences in response to a podcast I listen to. I'm not going to mention it, them by name. If you find out who it is, do not harass them, please. But
We can't stop you, though.
it was supposed to be dating advice for men by women, and I just thought it wasn't very insightful. So I wanted to provide, our perspective on it.
So
I'm here to do what I can. R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. This is not the black community knows, but this ain't that. So.
You're the second person to bring up Kevin Samuels.
Bro, Kevin Samuels used to be just so fucking like just unfiltered, like just like what do you bring to the table?
Yeah,
like, you 5'2" and you 200 pounds. Like nobody wants you. You got 4 kids.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like Andrew Tate, who actually looked black. It's crazy.
Ironically, but also not. My inspiration was Patrice O'Neal, the Black Phillip show.
Okay. Yeah. Patrice O'Neal kept it real. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like some stuff Kevin Samuels said, like he had valid points, but a lot of stuff is just how you say it, not what you say.
Yeah. What I got from Patrice O'Neal was like, I'm a fat, ugly fuck, and I pull bitches who are like way out of my league. And I was like, I can do it too.
But I say that's the thing. Patrice O'Neal, confidence, bro. If you have confidence and you can make a woman laugh, I guess.
Yeah, and there's a way.
Ramon, bro.
Ramon can't speak because he knows I've pulled more women than him.
Well,
is this true?
It's not.
It is.
Well, because Matt. Well, a hole's a hole to Matt is what I'll say.
Oh, so you're saying the women that I date are ugly?
Well, no, I'm saying some of the women you date are actually men, and you're gay.
Oh, okay. So, timestamp 3 minutes in. Ramon has already called me gay.
Yeah. It's the dating advice episode. No stone left unturned.
Yeah, well, Ramon is successful in his own way. He's in the longest he has been in the longest relationship out of at least us two. I don't know if Dustin has been in a relationship longer than 5 years.
Nah, negative.
Nah. So yeah, Ramon is successful in that range because he was in a long-term relationship for like over 5 years or whatever.
Something like that.
Something around that.
Quality over quantity.
Are y'all still together?
No.
Yeah, we got him. I just wanted
I
him to
started a
admit
podcast and all of a sudden I was single. I don't get what happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Correlation does not equal causation. We learned that in AP statistics.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, I've dated more women than he has, is what I'm gonna say.
And men.
Okay. And men. That is true. But
hey, look, Matt's double dipping, yo. Matt's
he's
putting more ass in the toilet.
I got the cheat code.
He's like the fun dip, lick the stick and then you stick it in the sugar and shit. I don't know.
Sensational.
There's got to be some sort of gay euphemism in there.
Yeah, Ramon knows a lot about gay euphemisms. He spends a lot of time on the sociology subreddit.
I spend a lot of time doing that because
it's research.
It's a science.
Quote, unquote.
It is a science first and foremost.
He is a scientist.
Yeah, it is actually a science, and if this gets off the rails too much, we can always just dive into that and give sissy dating advice.
Yeah,
how to date gay men with a weird fetish.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no clue.
Yeah, Dustin's like,
I mean, look, I judge nobody. I just don't have a clue. Like,
it's not your purview. Yeah,
some
it's
of them,
not my niche.
Some of them you can judge because they're actually fucked up. Like one of them had. Well, I don't know if I want to ruin the episode.
Yeah, let's not derail it yet.
Yeah. I was just,
we do have some topics to cover, like in genuine dating advice. I think Dustin covered it a little bit, but I would say confidence is key. Like, you don't have to be a full-on misogynist to, like, have self-respect and respect for yourself. Going back to the podcast I was listening to, one of the main points they were talking about is, like, all these men are, like, just too boring. Like, don't be boring on the first date.
yeah.
And what I think that actually means is, like, the men that they were dating, like, didn't have a lot of confidence in themselves. Like, they were just, poking their toes in, trying to get an idea of who they were dating, and they weren't really taking time to, like, express themselves in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Because at least in my experience, my successes have all come by accident, just by me, like, not giving a fuck.
Yeah, and just,
I feel like that does have a lot of power.
Who you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I lost my virginity. I think I've told this story before.
I can be myself around you, uncle. Right?
Oh my god!
No.
What a fucking liar, dude!
I mean,
It was a woman.
Oh,
It was a woman
whatever.
that I lost my virginity to. You son of a bitch.
Well,
But
they're family, you think you're safe.
it's Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But the actual story is, I lost my virginity to a girl in high school who at first I had a crush on her, and then I got to know her a little bit, and she was kind of annoying.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, like, I stopped giving a fuck, and as soon as I, like, just treated her like a human being and stopped, like, chasing after her, she became interested in me. So that was my first lesson in, like,
Interesting.
just treat women like human beings. Like, don't treat them like a goal to pursue. And then
that's major facts. Actually,
they'll come to you most of the time if they're attracted
facts.
to you.
Exactly. Like, it's just I learned that lesson as well. Like, just don't be a fucking creep, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I shouldn't even say creep, but just don't be like you said, just don't feel like, oh man, like entitled type. Just like, man,
Yeah, don't be
she's a
entitled.
person just like you. She
don't
has
be
the
entitled, but on the flip side, also don't be afraid.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like play the numbers for real. Like it's like literally because what you do if you get rejected and then you fucking flip off and go all incel mode on them. It's like not only are you creeping her out and she already wasn't into you, but it's like, well, you just fucking blew your load. You're like pissed off and you're not even trying to go after anyone else. It's
exactly. But
like,
then
desperation is not attractive.
Think about this too, though. You like try to holler at a chick and she rejects you, and you blow, like you explode, and you go off like incel mode and shit like that. Dude, if you had just kept it cool, maybe like, you know what? Okay, like, you know what? You don't like me. Like, maybe we could be platonic friends. She might have another friend or somebody in the vicinity that be like, damn, he handled that very well. I want to give him some pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or
God,
even her herself.
Yeah, like exactly. Like her, like, damn, okay, I wasn't expecting that.
And
Maybe I'll give him some ass. Like, just keep it. Like Drake said it best. A eager beaver can be the collapse of a dam, bro. Like, and I live my life like that. Cause like that, bro. I'm sorry. If I get rejected, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, you know what? She's a cool chick. We can like legitimately be platonic friends and see where it goes. And I've had legit where I've been a platonic friend and it came back around and we ended up hooking up or something.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my goal. Like, that was not my goal. I promise you, that wasn't my goal. Like, intentionally.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah. The foundation of any good relationship, I would say, is friendship. So like,
oh, definitely, I'm a firm believer.
Getting to know someone beforehand. Yeah, for an actual relationship. That's what this is focused on. Like, we're not, like I said, this isn't like a pickup artist.
I feel like you look like that's bullshit. The look on Ramon's face, like, that's bullshit. I don't want to be friends with this. Like,
well, you're not wrong, honestly.
I mean, I don't know. I believe you should definitely be friends with the person that you're in a relationship with, honestly. Because I feel like if I can't legit hang around you without, like, just... Like, the only reason I'm hanging around you is because I want to have sex with you, and that's gonna get bored real quick.
Oh yeah.
No, once you have sex with them, then all the allure is gone. Because now you've been there.
Yeah, I mean,
so like, what's left?
If we're actually talking about like relationships, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Oh, you don't want to be friends with a chick that you just hooking up with, though.
No.
Wow. God damn. Wait, let's get into that though. Like,
let's
because I'm a
deeper.
firm believer, and I feel like you can be friends with a chick that you hooking up with respectfully.
Well, it's almost kind of forced because unless it's like you literally open the door and the clothes come off, it's like you got to have some sort of connection to, like, you know, fucking fill in the gaps when you're not fucking.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, to a degree, but like I don't think that's necessarily a friendship. That's kind of just like, well, you have a pulse and you like watching movies. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's really a friendship, you know.
I mean, okay, I guess he kind of has a point, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the casual sex, like, if I'm gonna have casual sex with you, I would at least like it to be like respectful casual sex. You know? What I'm saying? We got something in common. Can we talk about something?
Okay, that's fair.
It definitely
be in a
helps.
relationship. It ain't gotta be no lovey-dovey shit. But like, can we talk about current events or something? Shit.
No, yeah. I disagree with Ramon. I think it's good to like have a working relationship, even if you're having casual sex, because that makes it better. If you have I want an emotional connection, you know, like.
Well, but then you go into that risky territory where somebody's gonna want more than that.
I've had a successful friends with benefits situation before. Like,
I need you to elaborate.
Where we ended up friends.
Fuck?
Well, I've told you all about the Nazi I dated.
Oh.
That unironically,
what's the benefit? You get like free fucking mustache trims. Like, what the fuck?
No, like that's probably one of the healthiest like relationships I had. Ironically, because like I was in like sort of a rough place after a breakup. Like my first girlfriend and I of 3 years broke up, and I was like in a depression. And then I met her ass, and she was like, "Yo, go to the gym with me." And we started going to the gym and shit. And then one thing led to another, and we started fucking. And
that would be cool. I wish we
were just like, let's just remain friends. Like, we got along well enough, despite the fact that she, on paper, didn't like Jews. On paper. In the bedroom, it was a different story.
Okay.
But we got along very well. Like, she was very supportive of me. And then, like, when we ended up parting ways, it was mutual. Like, I found a girl that I wanted to pursue a relationship with. She found a guy that she wanted to pursue a relationship with, and we were like, all right, guess this is over then.
Damn, that's some storybook shit. I might write a movie script about that.
Yeah, I mean, I should, honestly.
The Nazi like, gym rat.
Right?
Yeah.
The first successful
she came to one of my shows
okay.
with her like new boyfriend, and she was very nice. Like, she hugged me and shit, and I was like, damn, you're all right for a wannabe Aryan. She's Mexican too, by the way, which is like,
a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers to that, but it just goes to show my point. Like, every person is an individual. Like, you have to treat everyone separately. Like, there's no one catch-all rule. Like, this is how you get women.
This is how you get women. That, I ain't gonna lie, that was the one thing I had the mind frame of when I was younger, like from the age of maybe like 16 or like 22. I want to say, like, in my head, I was like, what's the formula to get women? Like, what is the formula? Like, what do you have to say? Like, there's no pickup line. There's no set. Just
bro, pickup lines are like, I feel like they're so outdated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to a degree, like, I guess on Tinder or whatever, but like
on Tinder they work, and I hate it.
Well,
I hate it so much.
They force your hand. Like, they literally, you're like texting back and forth. Like, you have to like stand out somehow, and like literally you have like 2 sentences to do it.
Bro, this chick was like, in her Tinder bio, she was like, give me your best pickup, like your darkest pickup line. So I'm like, bet. I went in the DM and I was like, is your name osteoporosis because you give me a bone condition? I'm sorry. If anybody has osteoporosis with a family member with osteoporosis, but
I'm going to be real with you. That's one of the corniest pickup lines I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. That wasn't even dark. That was just like, oh, hi, gee willikers, miss.
Shout out to our osteoporosis.
Yeah, shout out to our listeners in the nursing homes.
Yeah.
Like, God damn you, Sonny.
But yeah, like we were saying, like there's no one way to like get women. I would say the most universal advice that someone could give is like, get ready for rejection.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Just prepare to like go searching for a lot of different people, and like it's not even your fault. Like, if someone is not attracted to you, why do you want to go after them in the first place?
They're just not attracted to you. Just not.
And you'd be surprised. I think it's coming from my heterosexual point of view, where it's like, it feels weird to be like, to hear like no's from when you find attractive, and then one says yes and they're still attractive. It's like, you feel like, I don't know, you feel like basically, as long as you're not going down to like the bottom of the barrel, you know, like, it feels weird because
have respect for yourself.
Yeah, no, like have respect for yourself because it's like it literally will feel like if you're going after people you still like legitimately find attractive, it'll almost feel weird at first because you feel like I don't know, you don't have that same level of attraction for yourself you would for someone who looks as attractive as they do.
I forget like beauty is subjective too. Like I'm not saying. Like you said, scrape the bottom of the barrel, like go fucking twos and shit like that. But then again, who am I to say? I
our whole audience are twos, so sorry, this probably doesn't apply.
I mean, hey, look, if you 3 2s make a 5, so
yeah.
Wait.
No, that's true.
No, my bad. It's a 6. I'm sorry.
Sensational math skills.
I just showed the world how horrible I am. Look.
Oh god.
No, I'm just saying, like me personally, I can appreciate the female form and different
beauty.
shit. Like,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly. That's why I said, like me personally, like, I can find beauty in many different aspects of a woman. Like one woman, she might like have a very pretty smile. Hell, she might have a very fat ass. She might have a great personality. You know what I'm saying?
And your level of attractiveness can change too. Because I've definitely met women that at first I've been like, she's not really my type. But then you get to know them, and then it's like, oh damn, I'm really attracted to this woman now.
Bramon, what has made you so cynical?
No, in a good way, you know.
This is what happens when you're in a relationship for 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
You get cynical.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm starting to feel like let me ask you this though. Like, do y'all feel like monogamy or being non-monogamous is a bad thing? Like, if you choose to like be non-monogamous, you feel like, oh my god, you like just a piece of shit who just wants to run the streets. Like,
I think both can be bad. I think monogamy can be bad if like two people are just in a relationship because like of outside pressure or insecurity. And I think it can go the other way where like people can be non-monogamous because of insecurity. Because like I've definitely noticed a lot of like poly couples or like poly groups where like it's just one girl and then a bunch of orbiters who are like super insecure and like don't think they can do any better, and
yeah, that's true.
They just stick around.
It's Wednesday, it's my turn.
Yeah. Like I don't think it's impossible to have like a poly relationship that's built on trust, but it's not for me. Like I get too jealous to like
I think
be poly.
I think the only real type of like poly relationship that could work for anybody is like an open relationship. And again, I feel like for the most part, that isn't the case. Like there's way more people going into open relationships who it's not right for than people who actually go in and it's like what they both want.
Definitely. Yeah. But I think any relationship has to be built on like equality and like trust or whatever. And open relationships can be hard to do that in because almost always one person is going to fuck around more.
It's just a hall pass to cheat for one side.
Yeah, it's just a hall pass for one side.
And then the other person's too insecure to leave. So
yeah,
that's it.
That can happen a lot.
So pretty much you say they can go from an open relationship to like a cuckold situation. Really.
Yeah, very easily. Yeah,
one person always ends up getting the cuckold end of the stick.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. I've thought about like the open relationship aspect. Like, so I've never really like. Honestly, until I came to Washington, like open relationship wasn't even like really a thing to me. Like at least where I'm from, like in the South, you don't really hear about that too much.
Yeah,
so I mean, the comedian in me is just like I already get tired dealing with one woman. Why would I want to deal with two? But
that is true.
I mean,
it's tiring to date around and
and the problem too is like if you are in that mindset of like you said, Dustin, like I'm just here to run the streets. Like I'm not looking for monogamy at all. Like you do that for long enough, and it kind of like. I feel like it's bad for a lot of people's mental health. And when you're ready to flip that switch and like go into something more long term, like it's kind of unavoidable. You kind of have that stain on you. You know what I mean? Like man or woman, like I get the stereotypes.
Are you calling him a whore? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm saying the impression that people are going to have is whore, and it takes extra work to overcome that. Cause it's like, okay, well you were like literally bagging 10 people a month. And now it's like, oh, now I'm ready to settle down. You know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to look past that?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like I agree with him to a certain extent because I'm not gonna put no names out there. But there was a girl I was talking to, and like I was legitimately interested in her. And I'm not saying this is right, but she told me that she had 125 sexual partners within a 3-year period, and instantly I was just like, I was like, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm just back.
Here's what I think.
It is a little loose.
Here's what I think is the problem.
I mean, I'm not judging her. I'm just saying, but I know she also told me she had some trauma and some stuff that was going on that contributed to that behavior, and I get it. Like, that's why I said, like, I wasn't trying to.
Yeah,
but
as a guy who's like currently in his quote unquote hoe phase, like I've slept with like so many men and women that like I have lost count. Like I wasn't counting to begin with, but like I think the real problem is the fact that she knew the exact number and she like pointed it out.
Look,
Like 125 within a 3-year period. Like, why are you counting that high?
all
like,
I'm saying is Cole.
Is it like a game for
That's
you?
what I don't know. J. Cole said whatever number she give you got to multiply by 3. So
Oh Jesus!
she told me 125. So that's just what we know. So what's 125 times 3? Y'all know I'm not good at math, so I'm not even about to give you. I'm not even about to try it.
125.
You're the econ major.
125 times 3 is 375.
Bruh. All right. Do you feel like that's if a dude has
That's
like
actually
look
crazy.
by society standards, if a guy has sex with 375 people within like a 4-year period, be like, oh my God, this guy's fucking amazing. Like this is Wilt Chamberlain. Like,
Yeah, there's a double standard.
But if a woman has sex
Wilt
with 3, it's
Chamberlain
like,
was
oh
full
my
of
God,
shit,
what
by
the
the
fuck
way.
is wrong with you?
No
Like,
way.
Here's where I think I have some wisdom as a bisexual, because like I know what women have to deal with to an extent, because like I get hit on by men who I am not attracted to, and that shit is weird. So like I know what it's like to be on their end,
Yeah,
but at the same time, just treat people like people, you know?
okay.
like we like that camping adventure, right?
We don't have to retread that. We already told that story in like episode 3 or
Yeah,
whatever.
go back to the tapes. There's probably some bleeping out of personal information, but
we bleeped out his name, but I was harassed by a wealthy Chinese businessman.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, let me ask you this: like, how much is what's your number, bro? Like that you?
What's my number?
Yeah.
For what?
What's your name?
act?
What's your
Like
size?
for one night, like if the Chinese businessman would have came to you like, hey, I got $50K right now for one.
Oh, he
would
would've done it for $50.
No, to get fucked in the ass, like I don't do that. So like there isn't a number.
Well, I
There
never
isn't a
said.
number.
I never said nothing about
What do you mean?
gonna
There's
do to
no
you.
number.
I
What do you
just
mean? There's
said-
no
no
number.
number.
You wouldn't get
Look.
fucked in your ass for $2 million?
No, because I have principles. God damn
Oh,
it.
come on.
Wait, 100?
Would you? All right, let's flip it back. Would you get fucked in the ass for $2 million?
For $2 million? Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
easy.
That's a check.
Israeli listeners, if any one of you is a billionaire,
Are you kidding me?
please flip Ramon so
Dude.
he can shut the fuck up.
He's draining his Bitcoin account right.
Come on. Give a fuck.
They're
What
sending
country
the
they're
check.
from. 2 million USD, baby.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm saying everybody has a price. I feel like I don't know because I feel what Matt's saying. Like there's principle, but at the same time, I feel like if they came and she was like, hey, like $3 billion to get
Come
fucked
on.
in the
Yeah,
ass. Like,
really?
That I don't know. Like I'm not saying what I
Easy.
would or would not do on air, but that's enough money to where I feel like if somebody clowns me for getting fucked in the ass, I could just have you and your whole family killed. Like,
Yeah, literally. I mean, come on.
Okay, I'll admit maybe
Like,
for
what the
like
fuck?
life-changing money,
Yeah,
like
like-
$100 million or some shit, like shit I could live off of for the rest of my life, maybe. But like, as someone who has been in that position with like a dude that I'm not attracted to, like propositioning me for sex, like he could have given me a number and I would have been like, nah.
Okay, I can respect that.
Well,
in the moment.
In the moment, yeah, because he wasn't going to offer you $2 million, but like,
No, in fact, he was offering to sue me. He was like, "Hey, I know I harassed you, but also like, don't tell anybody, or I'll
don't
sue
tell
you."
anybody. I know that
Yeah.
shit was
He made you
fucking
sign an
hilarious.
NDA.
Nah.
Honestly,
he was just like,
fuck.
"I'm rich."
Now looking
Oh,
back
okay.
at it, we should have tried to sue him because he would have settled.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
probably would
Would have
have
settled. There's no way.
He was also doing like illegal business
Yeah.
practices aside from that. so-
Literally, yeah, he didn't want anyone looking into anything.
Yeah, he was a shady dude. But anyways, aside from that story, which we've already told before, back to just regular dating advice.
Oh yeah.
As someone who has seen both sides of it and know like sort of what women have to deal with, or at least what gay men have to deal with, I feel like I have a slightly more complete picture of the dating scene, and like, I don't know, has definitely helped me with women, because it's like, oh wow, Matt, you're so like down to earth, and it's like, yeah, because I know what creepy dudes are like, but also I know like from lesbians, like lesbians don't know what the fuck they're doing either when it comes to dating women. Like,
Really?
Jesus
they have
Christ.
some of the most problems with women.
Really? I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought lesbians would like had the advantage because they
That's what
knew
you
how
would
they- I
think.
thought they
Yeah.
know how women think. Like,
But like, here's the thing, like I think this is objectively true, not even like on any misogynist shit. Like, I don't think women even know what they want. Like,
That is true. They're gonna. I bet you what happens is they know and then they overthink it. When
yeah.
they go down.
Well, women say they want one thing, but really they want something a little bit more nuanced. Like, they
Yeah,
say they
definitely,
want a guy
definitely.
who's like interesting and like safe and like nice. Like,
yeah, like
the
she
whole
wants like
debate, like, oh, women don't like nice guys. Like, you're kind of right. Like,
Yeah.
they don't like guys who like will let them
like
walk
a
all
pushover,
over them.
Who go out of
Yeah.
their way to be nice. Yeah.
They want like a nice thug.
Because that's
go like open the door,
yeah.
smack them on the ass as they walk through the door. You know.
Because like I kind of
Shout out
was.
Jada.
I was raised. Shout out Jada.
Shout out Jada.
Sorry, Will.
Hey, Will, look, I'm sorry, but yeah, Jada, you hit it. Shout out. You know, I've been a fan for a long time.
Yeah. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
Come on. That's a stolen bit, Matt. Did you know that? That's not your bit.
I know it's not my bit. It's my piece of solidarity with with Chris Rock.
Oh man.
Well, no, your solidarity with him is his other set that you can't repeat.
Why don't you lay it out?
I know exactly what set you talking.
Oh, okay.
Please don't.
Yeah, I was
Please don't.
I was trying to trap him. I was like,
please. I know exactly what set you're talking about. Please don't. For the listeners that
Matt
don't know,
says,
I'm
he can say it.
I'm African American. For the listeners that don't know, my name can be misleading, but I'm African American.
But what I was trying to say is like I was raised in a single parent household by my mom, and like I used to be like quote unquote a nice guy. Like my mom told me like always respect women, like always treat women with dignity, blah blah blah. And like I still do, but I learned the difference between like being a pushover.
I'm about to say I don't know about you, but I had a bit of a period where I had to learn a balance between that. I'm like you, like
it's a balance.
I was raised by both my parents, but I spent a lot of time around my mother and my sister. So like my mother's saying to like be a gentleman, treat women with respect. Like, which of course I'm gonna do that. Ramon looked like, nah.
Ramon's on his future shit.
Yeah. He's like, nah, sensational.
Why women deserve less.
Toxic. But no. I'm saying like I had to find that balance as well, like with like not letting women walk over you and being a pushover while still setting boundaries and be like, no, like I'm not about to let that fly. Like,
and it all comes from self-respect.
It's
like
respect,
exactly.
and
respect women, but respect yourself
and experience too, because a lot of the stuff too you don't even realize until you're in the moment too. You know, because it's like, I'll never be a simp for no hoe, and then you're like, actually, guys, I can't hang out tonight. We're eating Ben and Jerry's.
But I think that's another problem a lot of men have is like, especially with women that they like care about and they're involved with, they have a problem being vocal and expressing that like they care about their girl. Like I'm sorry, like me personally, if I care about you as a woman, like I'm gonna let you know I care about you. I don't give a fuck who knows me. Like I'm gonna express that shit. Like, but a lot of men, I feel like, at least for some, I feel like they don't want to go all in because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to, like you said, end up looking like a simp. Like, man, like you love this bitch, bro. Like, damn, bro, you was all in and you got it. Like, like, even Take, I was like, I can't go out sad behind no bitch. Like, damn, bro, it's okay to be sad behind your girl. Like,
R.I.P. by the way.
Yeah, R.I.P. Take off, R.I.P. Take.
Rocket Man.
So I'm just saying, I feel like if a lot of men would just be more open and honest, like just be willing to accept that shit. Like,
well, communication is an important part of any relationship. I would say, especially in the beginning, because like you have to communicate what you want. Like you have to be honest. Like Dustin and I were talking before the podcast about how we feel we're too honest.
Yeah.
But like that can be like a superpower, you know? Because like the main thing I've dealt with, and I think Dustin might feel the same way, I don't know, is like I am very honest with women up front about who I am, what I am,
My name
what
is
I
Matt
do.
North. I'm more attracted to men, and I have a tiny penis.
No.
And for some reason, that has not worked.
Yeah.
What a fucking liar.
Obligatory. But for
sorry,
real,
sorry,
like
Hassan.
I'm very upfront with who I am. Like I make a lot of jokes, and that's what like is attractive for a lot of women. But then down the road, like I stay the same way, and I feel like a lot of the women I've dated don't like that. Like they expected me to switch up, and I don't.
Oh, you know what? This might be my hot take of the episode, but I feel like the reason for that is because like a lot of women actually like romanticize like what would you say, like the strife in a relationship, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, they want to fix you.
Yeah. And it's because like a guy will go in and it's like, yeah, I don't want to argue, I don't want to like have to fight over what we're doing, like that shit sucks. But like a woman's like, she doesn't, I mean, she's a human being, so doesn't like want to feel those emotions, but also at the same time feels like it's almost part of the relationship. They're like, oh, look at me fighting my man who's like so in disagreement with me. You know what I mean?
Like,
women like drama. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
yeah, they don't like their relationship to get boring. Like,
they almost feel like they're like, and I've had that happen too. Like I was in a long-term relationship, and like literally, pretty much word for word, it was like I would hear my girlfriend say, it's like, it's kind of weird we haven't gotten into an argument in a while.
That is some crazy shit.
That's kind of toxic,
and
bro.
I'm like
That is a situation where if I ever heard those words, I would be like, I think we need to break up.
I feel like
think we need some time apart.
I don't fuck with drama, like unnecessary drama.
I know what you mean, but like for a lot of women, it's kind of like they feel like something's off if there isn't something to like sort of fight about. You know? What I mean? Yeah. Which
I always found that just nuts to me, honest. Bro, have you ever been in a situation where you like got into an argument with your significant other? And you like admit that you're wrong. You're like, okay, what do I need to do to make? And she just like won't let it go. She's like going to find something to argue with you about. And it's like, bro, if you want to argue, just say that. Like, if you want to, like, say that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
like, and that's too. They want you to start it. They want to tease it out. Like, I'm fine, whatever. Yeah,
it's okay, I guess. Like shit like that. Yeah, no, I'm a very anti-drama person.
Yeah, same.
Which might be a detriment to me. I don't know. But I specifically seek out women who are the same way. So I don't know.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I just want to point this out to any women out there. Like, this is me personally, one of my red flags I don't like, and I don't know about you, but if I'm dating you and we get into an argument and you feel like either belittled or you feel like some type of way, and then like you go out your way to do some petty shit or like just some shit to go out your way to like emasculate me or like to just like completely just like try to like, you know, embarrass me, like, whoa.
Yeah,
that's not cool at all. Yeah. Like I said, I've had that happen before. I'm like, bro, why would you, like we just go from like we get into an argument. She's like, that's why your fucking daddy didn't love you, bitch. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
like,
fucked up.
Yeah.
I've had that happen too, where like I tell a partner something in confidence that's like really sensitive. Like something about myself, and then they use that in an argument later, and it's like, oh, I can't trust you. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I know that now.
Don't open up and like speak.
I know.
Yeah, and that kind of ties back. That kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier, because like it can be hard for men specifically to open up with women or like people they're dating, because like.
Definitely, I know it's hard. Before. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's definitely hard.
So, like, I've definitely noticed that over time. Like, each relationship I get into, I reveal a little bit less about myself, because it's like, oh, I was very upfront and honest and open with like this person before, and then they fucking turned it around and like switched up.
I think too, because like a lot of times, like women, like they don't have the power dynamic that a man does in most situations. So as soon as they can flip that on its head, like they're mad at you, you know what I mean? It's like,
facts.
Boom, just like that.
Yeah, and it's not their fault either in a way, because like I get the eternal like fear that women have is like, you know, domestic violence, shit like that. Like men objectively most of the time are going to be stronger than the women that they date. So like women are justifiably afraid of like, oh, what if this guy gets mad at me and like hits me and shit?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like,
totally.
Women have to like fight their battles in a different way, and a lot of the time that's like emotional manipulation, psychological warfare, which it's not good to do that, but also I understand like the need for it, I guess. Like if you're a woman and you feel slighted or like you feel out of control in a relationship, you'll fucking turn to those strategies to like try and gain control over the person that you're dating. But domestic, you know, that is a toxic way to look at relationship, and I think some women do that.
If I was like that mad at a woman I was in a relationship with, like to the point where I'd like contemplate hitting her, like that's at the point where it's like I don't even like, I'm so mad, like I don't even want to see your face. Like I don't. The guys who like stick around and like beat the shit out of their women, it's like, what the.
You need to remove yourself.
Just like it's like literally like, why do you want to be around? Like you're not changing their mind. Like you got to know that.
Yeah, I think everyone can like be braver in relationships. Men and women like should communicate more and like have more mature discussions. Like,
oh, definitely.
If you have a problem in your relationship and you're not talking about it, you should. And if it's to a point where like you're racking your head over it, like you're thinking about like beating your significant other or whatever the fuck, if you're that upset, like maybe you need to get introspective and think like, why am I even in this relationship anymore?
Exactly.
Because like the whole point of dating and relationships is to find someone that you're gonna like be with for the rest of your life. So if it's causing you more pain than being single to be with somebody, like
you might just need to let that go.
Just let it go. Yeah. And I think most people are like afraid of being alone, so that's why they don't do it. Like they would rather fucking suffer than
that's
get out of a bad relationship.
Huge draw.
Yeah.
Just not dying alone.
Yeah. Well, you joke about it, but it's true. Like
no, you're right. I know. That's like that's why it's funny. It's like literally like I feel like of the marriages that do last long enough to the point where like you're old and it's just a matter of when one of you's gonna die. It's like I feel like a lot of those unironically are just two people who are like don't want to be. They like when they die, they don't want to have like no one there. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. R.I.P. to my uncle. He was married to my aunt by marriage, of course. Legitimately, they was married for like 40 years, and it was literally just a convenience marriage.
Yeah.
Like he was like I think in his late 50s, and she was in her 30s, and he just needed a woman like cook and clean and to clean his house. Yeah, you know, throwing some ass every now and then.
That's so
she
crazy.
Just needed a place to stay.
Bro, marriage is like that. Marriage is like from the mid 30s onward. Like if you get married at that point, like not always the case, but I feel like literally, like it almost feels like you're putting out a resume for like. Here's why I just fill the wife position or the husband position. But it's crazy.
Also, too, like I said, I'm from the South, like, and this was, I don't know, it was different. Like, because my uncle this was back in like the 80s or 70s when he first married my aunt. So it was also a different time, like, you know, a dynamic with men and women, I guess. Because, like you said, women have always been seen like as more like property and like I own you, like, and I'm trying to, you know,
until
type
very
shit.
recently.
Yeah, up and so.
Future's on the soundboard. We can ask him.
Consult the Ouija board.
Yeah.
But no. I just wait. My bad. I was gonna say something. Dang it. No, I'm gonna let you finish, Ramon. I'm sorry.
I had a point. I interrupted you to talk about. You're talking about women or property or.
No. Whoa. Look, you about to have a lot of. Nah, look, I'm a feminist.
Yeah. We're all feminists here except maybe Ramon.
No, hey, don't throw me under the bus. I love a strong, independent woman.
Yeah,
I do.
Me too. I've dated some very fiery, independent women, and it's a quality I'm attracted to. Like
that.
I say I don't like conflict, but I do like when the woman I'm dating is like confident about what she wants. You know?
Exactly. I like like I said, I don't like arguing, but I like a woman that's very headstrong, like knows what she wants, knows who she is, and has like her own opinion and just
because I've dated women who are like very insecure, very unsure of themselves, and that can be hell.
It's the worst.
Hell in and of itself.
It's the worst. Yeah. It's oh my god. Yeah, because it's like everything's about like you have to hype them up, and it feels like I don't know.
Well, Ramon knows very well the first relationship I had was like that. She was extremely insecure. Accused me of cheating like 1,000,000 times, even though I never even would imagine doing that because I'm a faithful person. She once threw a fucking metal mug at my head because she thought I fucked her lesbian best friend.
Woo!
How lesbian we talking? Like lipstick lesbian or
like a nice middle ground, honestly.
Like middle ground, yeah. Oh, apparently she was questioning her sexuality, which is why my girlfriend was upset.
Kind of like I don't know. Like definitely not butch, but like more butch than like just a random.
Her hair was very short.
Only reason I asked that, I'm trying to gauge how crazy your girl was because if it was like a butch lesbian, it's like, well, then again, you bisexual, so never mind.
Yeah. Okay. I've slept with some butch lesbians.
Like, I saw the way you looked at Brittany Griner.
Bruh, you want to know what's crazy? And I don't, I hope nobody. I'm not even gonna say it. No. Fuck it. No. Fuck it. I'm gonna
say it. Say it. The mystery is worse.
You know how whenever like women are in trouble, like legal battles, they try to like make them look more feminine, and look more appealing to the audience to make them look more innocent. Bro, am I tripping or did they make her look more feminine in those photos? Like when they were walking her, like I don't know if I'm tripping, but she looked way more feminine in them Russian photos than she has on any other time. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
like, Brittany kind of thick, though. Like, what the fuck?
It's all that coal they have her shoveling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she eating good in that Russian prison. What the fuck, bro?
Extra stroganoff.
Right?
Extra fucking...
In Soviet Russia, thickness gets you.
Yeah. I don't know. I had the opposite opinion because I saw the video of her like on the plane being interviewed on her way back, and her voice was fucking deeper than mine, bro.
Oh, really? Okay, I haven't seen it. I just saw pictures. I didn't see the video.
It looks like Pete Davidson.
Bro, I'm sorry.
That's probably an advantage, dude. Yeah, Pete Davidson is on a roll.
Yeah, he is. Pete Davidson, bro, his Taco Bell commercials, this dude is killing it right now.
Oh man.
Aside from that, just all the like top tier women he's dating.
That too. I mean,
every 2 days he's dating a new celebrity.
The one he's with now, though, honestly.
But who is he dating now?
What's her name? Like something Rajatowski or something. She's like some famous
Emily Ratajkowski or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Which look, I'm not saying she's ugly. Obviously, she's like a fucking like international supermodel. But at the same time, like she looks like your generic like supermodel. That's not like, I don't know.
Not Ramon's type.
No,
not my type
not
either,
really my type at all. No, that's the crazy thing about runway models is like, I don't think they're really anybody's type except for maybe a few people. They just like are skinny and they fit into the clothes.
That's why I say they're like, essentially shaped like little boys though. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, people in that sphere, then maybe that's exactly their type.
Yeah, something about the global yada yada.
High fashion.
The high fashion community.
Balenciaga's pedophile ass,
Bro, that Balenciaga.
Bro, I still don't. What is going on with that? All I saw was some people talking about throwing away their Balenciaga. What happened with Balenciaga?
Well, first of all, they're lying because they spent $700 on their shoes. They're not throwing them away.
First of all, if you spend $700 on some shoes, that's fucking crazy. If they not like limited edition type shit
that
you
get, Red Octobers,
yeah, like you fucking crazy. But anyway, what did Balenciaga do?
They ran like a children's ad. And like
they did a couple things.
They did a few things, but like I think one of them had like paper in the background, and it was literally like, what was it? It was like a court case.
It was like
documents.
Okay, so the photo shoot was like big New York law firm chic. So it was like some lady at some like executive desk in like a skyscraper, a bunch of documents sprawled on the table, and like if people zoomed in on exactly what the documents were, because from a distance you can't tell. They just look like like documents, legal pleadings, all that type of stuff. And then people zoomed in and it was like literally like a case brief about like laws surrounding like child porn.
Why?
I have no fucking clue. Like I can't remember if it was a statute like describing what it was or if it was like an argument like in an actual court case for like why X is guilty of child porn or whatever the fuck it was. But it was like literally like talking about child porn and it's like how it's defined in the legal system, and it was like you could have literally put scribbles on this paper because it's far enough away. It's like, why the fuck do you actually pull this shit up? And it's like, it's weird.
And it was an ad with kids in it.
No, okay, and that was kind of separate actually, because like there was an adult modeling in those like child porn document photos, but then they had kids like modeling. I don't know if it was the clothes or the actual like stuffed animals, but it was like literally like stuffed animals like in leather BDSM gear, and they had kids like holding them up, like playing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
That's pretty okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a gimp bear.
These designer brands, bro. I don't know what they got going on in Europe, but Europeans into some crazy ass shit, like dungeon porn and shit. And fucking Germans love poop. I know.
That's my greatest fear. Jesus Christ. I would love to go to like one of those like EDM clubs in Europe and listen to some like fucking house music, but I'm just scared like it's gonna be
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to
shit. They're gonna pierce my dick.
Yeah. Oh fuck no, I don't want my dick.
Like just like the worst thing imaginable.
Right. That's literally the worst case scenario. They're getting your dick. Anything else is just cake, but if you get your dick pierced, then that's just
needles don't go anywhere near
my dick.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want to go to Europe and go to like one of those hedonism resorts, like for real.
Hedonism resorts.
You know what I'm talking about? Like one of those resorts. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, hedonism is like one of those.
Well,
resorts,
I know
like,
what hedonism is.
Oh, well, they got those resorts where you go there and essentially like clothing is optional.
Yeah.
And like people just fucking everywhere and like alcohol and people just going crazy.
So like an eyes wide shut party for the middle class,
Kinda.
basically.
Europe has a long history of that. There's this weird guy. This is like the exact opposite of dating advice, but I forgot his name. It was Sade or something. He was French. His name is like the basis for the like modern word for sadism, because he like was so filthy and disgusting. Like he would write shit about like how like just abhorrent like fetish shit from like the 1700s, like a quill and pen talking about like human urinals and shit like that. And like
those motherfuckers were like next level horny.
Oh yeah,
when like you can't even send DMs, you gotta like use a carrier.
You gotta use
and shit.
Somebody to like scribe your shit, like calligraphy.
And it was so foul. They either arrested him or he went on the run or something. And as he was like in jail or whatever, like held someplace, he just kept writing like his magnum opus, which is just some fucking like disgusting sex pest filled like biography or whatever. It was fucking crazy.
Yo, like from what I did some research, like in like 15th century, mid-century Europe, like they were into some like freaky like orgy shit. Like sex shows on display, like for the kings and shit. Like they were into some freaky.
I hate
shit
that too, because that must have stunk so bad.
I know, bro. Can you imagine back then? They didn't shower, bro. What did it smell like? There was no good smell to them.
Their deodorant, they would literally take like lavender and like shit like that and just have a bag of it hanging like in their coat pocket so they could at least like be bearable.
Dude, oh my God.
Bro, you knew they smelled different back then.
They shit in buckets and threw it onto their street, like in front of your fucking front door. Like, I get mad when my dog shits in my yard. Right? Like, you're fucking throwing your piss and shit in front of your front door. Like,
oh god, yeah. I really hope they were not doing oral back then, bro.
You know they were.
You know they were.
That's how the fucking plague got
Think
started.
About it. Fellatio, cunnilingus. Those are not new words.
Anal, bro. If they was eating ass back then, bro. You could, bro. They probably like you could catch E. coli from
yeah.
this.
It makes
straight up.
Thinking of it that way, it makes sense why they had like why religion was so heavy because they're just like, yo, you're gonna die.
Yeah, they're like, bro, we gotta stop you from eating each other's asses.
No
somehow.
sodomy for your own sake.
Yeah.
No sodomy.
Yeah, like, fuck. And I don't know if we can get to like we're gonna get into like this, but I feel like also what you were saying earlier about a lot of men, they don't really look at women like as people that just like try to conquer women or see them.
Yeah, look at women as objects, and like I think that mentality a lot of times comes from like pain, like getting hurt in the past or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just bringing it up to say like even when it comes to like the sexual aspect of it, I feel like a lot of men don't really take the time to like listen to their partner's body, if that makes sense, or even give a fuck.
Oh yeah,
like what I'm saying. I don't know when I do what I do, I like to at least make sure my partner got there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least me personally.
No, yeah.
I even did, bro. I did.
That.
I spent the summer like between the age of 23 to 24. I spent a summer like researching how to eat pussy for real. I did like a whole independent research. I was like asking women like I knew like what is the aspect of a good pussy eating. And
I was such a little ass nerd in middle school that I like Wikipedia'd where the clit was.
Really?
Was like,
oh, you found from an early age.
Well, yeah, because like from comedy, like all these jokes about like, oh, man can't find the clit, blah blah blah. I was like, I'm gonna be different. And so like I did my research, and then like I didn't lose my virginity.
Matt's about to go
like
down
16.
on a girl. He opens up his biology book. He's like, okay, it's right there.
There's a labia majora.
That's
find my
like,
way around.
Yeah, that's what you'd like touched, right?
No, but
fuck.
here's the one like golden method I'll give that I tried and true. It has worked every single time. If you want to eat pussy the best, the ABC method has never failed me. Just spell out the entire alphabet, A, B, C, with your tongue on the clit 2 or 3 times. I swear to God, it works every time. Like, just do it once or twice, and they will come.
I'm gonna try that.
It works.
I'm gonna try that. Actually,
it fucking works.
But I feel like that it's just like that's just a way to remember it. It's not really like the whole trick is just like
I think it's just clit stimulation. Like,
yeah,
it's just don't go down and do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
unless you're stimulating that clit.
Yeah.
Well, because like if you just like fucking. If you overstimulate it, that can be bad too.
Yeah.
So like just doing different movements, and then like if she tells you like, oh, just do this, then just do that, and you're in.
That is another.
That is another thing.
Like
women will tell you what they like.
You just ask like, what do you like? What don't you like? Yeah.
But like if you have a girl who's insecure or like doesn't want to communicate that, because like that happens. Some girls are like, oh, I don't want to tell you what to do, and it's like, bitch,
just tell me what
that would
to
help.
do so we can get this, man.
Unless you don't want the shocker.
Because like,
oh shit,
that's the symbol for this podcast now.
Yeah, the shocker.
Pretty dope. Just the shocker symbol.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm about to get the shocker tatted on me. Actually,
why do you have a sign in sign language as your symbol?
Get those jailhouse tats on the fingers. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Skip this finger.
Mother.
I wonder what that is in sign language.
Good question.
It's the shocker.
Yeah.
That's universal right there.
It's universal language.
Go up to a deaf lady and she's like, you're like, I know what's up.
Okay, come with me.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, that's a great point. Like the golden rule really should be listen to your partner, listen to what they want. Definitely. But if they aren't communicating what they want, because like that happens, there are some tricks you can do.
Yeah, like I say, if you just listen to her body, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you can tell like where a woman's body reacts sometimes, like if she likes it, she doesn't like it, you know. So.
And it's kind of sad when women are like that, when they like don't want to communicate stuff about like their bodies, or like I've noticed some women can be the same way some guys are, where they like don't care about making you come, like they don't care about like giving you pleasure at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I've dated girls who like don't suck dick, and like that's weird to me.
Oh, really?
Look, ladies, that's childish as shit. I'm sorry.
That is so childish.
If DJ Khaled can get shit for not doing the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, come on. The sucking dick is like, it looks so much easier. You know what I mean?
Quote unquote looks. Ramon has
It does look easier. It does look easier.
Look, all I know is I love what I do. I love to eat pussy, so I just stay in my lane. Like I love it. I legit love it, ladies.
Junior Soprano also love to eat the
Junior. Yeah, if Junior Soprano does it and you don't, there's something wrong with you for real.
I got a question for y'all too though. If you perform cunnilingus on the first date, you eat a pussy out, do you still use a condom? I'm gonna be honest with you. If I eat her out on the first date, I'm not using a condom, bro. Like at that point, that shit has sailed. Because I've already eaten the STD if she got it.
That's true.
So like, what's the point of even using a condom?
Is she on birth control? Because
you don't want to get pregnant. Like,
I mean, I would if she's not.
On the pill.
Yeah, I'm more worried about getting a girl pregnant.
Oh, I ain't worried about
that. Yeah. Shit.
Damn.
Plan B is what, $60 with inflation now?
Yeah, it's like $60.
Look, my pull-out game been strong.
Yeah,
so,
luckily I haven't been keeping track.
I had a plug on Plan B's actually a while back. So
I learned early that pulling out doesn't always do it.
No, it doesn't.
Like a one-way on Spirit's usually cheaper than a Plan B.
Well, guess it's time.
Skip town.
Say that.
Oh man, yeah, but no,
I'm
I'm just
to
saying,
do the old traveling salesman.
All right, if she's on birth control and you eat her out on the first date, do you still use a condom?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if she's
if it's
on
the first
pill.
date, I use a condom.
If she's on birth control, no.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's no point.
Bro, I've been on a first date before and the condoms broke, and at that point I'm just like, fuck it. I know I shouldn't have, but
how are people like breaking condoms?
No, she
so
knew the
easily?
condom broke too though. It was consensual.
Yeah.
It was consensual.
Yeah, but like I've only had a condom break once.
Like
I get my like brand name shit like Trojans.
Whoa, no, look, I was using the Trojan when it broke though. I lied. One was a lifestyle. I'm sorry, but lifestyles we do use those in the black community. That's a reputable condom in the black community. If you go to any barbershop, they got a bucket of lifestyle sitting there. I promise you.
That rocks.
Shit.
I wish white barbershops did that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why
what the
didn't we
fuck?
get? I mean, I got my haircut by my grandma, so I'm kind of glad.
Grandma
would be weird.
slides a condom in your pocket like, go on, take
Here
that.
you go, Sonny.
My grandma's
A Trojan
pretty cool,
and a Werther's original.
yeah.
Wow, I mean, look, I'm
haircut.
a Trojan in the
Oh god,
dude, that's funny.
hey, look, they got the same wrapping as a Magnum.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
Sorry,
Now, look,
sorry, Matt wouldn't know.
No.
Sorry.
Motherfucker, I got magnums right here, bitch. In the house, I can show them.
Look, and again, I'm not promoting I'm not promoting unprotected sex. Protect yourself out here. Have a great sexual life. I'm just saying, if the condom breaks, or if I eat you out on the first date, I feel like it's just a moot point at that.
Yeah.
At that.
No, I get that philosophy. Every person has a different philosophy, and like sometimes you got to switch it up if you're with a girl who's like extra paranoid.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I don't eat pussy on the first date usually. Like, I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah,
that's a second date activity.
No. I get that. That is like an intimate thing to do.
Oh, it would definitely depend on the first date.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it
I ain't gonna lie.
depends, yeah.
You got to do the sniff test.
If the girl looks
definitely.
put together, I mean, yeah.
Bro, you definitely
get
had a
down
first
there-
date where you just like vibe with somebody you connect.
If she shows up for the first date in sweats, it's probably a no go.
yeah, it's a no for me.
Or if you get down there and it smells like fucking like apple cider or something.
yeah,
like,
and it's like
smells extra yeasty.
Oh, if it smells
Apple
like
cider vinegar actually kind of smells good.
It smells like a curling iron or some shit. Like.
Okay.
It doesn't smell dirty, I'll say that.
It doesn't smell. It kind of
Yeah.
smell like earring backs almost. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if it smells rough down there, I'll give it a second thought. But
But I still might.
I still might.
He said, I'm going to have to flip a
Now
coin
look,
on
now
that
don't
one."
get it wrong. Look,
being
I
a man is like dealing with shit sometimes.
Yeah, now look, ladies, don't get it twisted. I love pussies that have that pussy smell. Like I know what a pussy supposed to smell like, and I love pussy smell.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like the fucking Vagisil CEO character from South Park where it's like every day you have to clean it every day. I know
Right?
you need
Like,
to
nah.
keep your pH balance or
I keep
whatever.
Exactly.
I
Just
keep
drink
one of
some water.
Gwyneth Paltrow's candles next to my bed.
That's
double check.
the litmus test.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh god.
yeah.
Doesn't that like not even
lines up.
smell like pussy? It smells like flowers or some
You
shit,
have to
right?
get one. Yeah.
I haven't gotten one yet.
Bro, what is the one celebrity woman that you would just let do anything to you? Like I would let
Doja
like,
Cat.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one. I can respect that.
Old
I
Doja
respect that.
Cat before she used to be thicker and she didn't have a bald head. But
I still would hit with the ball head.
I would hit. Don't get me wrong.
I do
she's
not give
bad,
a fuck about the ball.
but it's
I
like
don't give a fuck. Yeah,
it's like you go from like atop the mountain to like I don't know, like the second highest peak.
but she's so thick though.
I
God
thought-
damn.
Yeah,
I thought she was always like bald. Like
she's
always been wearing wigs though, right?
She's always had like sewing and stuff, but she's had hair. You know how women have hair, but they have like their hair on their sewing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she just had like a weave in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think who's the one woman. I feel like I want to say Rihanna. Because I would let Rihanna do anything. I would let Rihanna fart in my mouth. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I would let Rihanna piss on me. And
I'd go to Germany for Rihanna.
Like, bro, there's not too many things I wouldn't do for Rihanna. Like,
she got A$AP Rocky's mid-stroke game now.
Right?
Oh, is that yours, Ramon? A$AP Rocky?
No. That's who Rihanna has. First of all, even if I was gay, A$AP Rocky would not be it because his sex tape got leaked and everyone was saying his shit was mid. So
really?
Yeah.
Remember when Kodak Black like leaked his dick and it was like small? He had like
small.
a
wait, Kodak Black leaked his dick
on accident.
He was on like IG Live
in the shower.
Okay.
His little shrimp dick.
Wow, I didn't know.
I'll cut him some slack though. I think it looked that small because he was bending down to pick up his phone again.
I mean, a lot of people are shows not grows.
Yeah.
I mean, grows not shows. My bad.
I think he's uncut. He's Haitian.
Well,
I think that's the rumor that's going around.
He got an uncut gem.
Yeah, he does.
Bro, I just want to say I brought this up to a girl I was dating that like I was kind of mad that they took my foreskin without my consent. Because if you think about it, like how fucked up is that we mutilating baby boys' genitals out there? Like, I'm sorry. I just feel like I get it. Okay, they say, like I heard that scientifically it's not even a cleanliness thing that they circumcise you.
It's not. Well, it used to be, I think, but nowadays
it is more of a religious.
We have access. We have access to clean water, and like there's a cure for AIDS. Like,
I mean, they just took my foreskin, son. How you know I didn't want it?
You're what they call an intactivist. That's the real name for him. I wish I came up with that.
That's crazy.
Yep,
okay.
Yep. Shout out to all my intactivists out there.
my philosophy is like I don't have it anymore, and like I don't get any complaints about it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I love my dick.
I love my dick. Yeah. Like I can't grow it back, so
I just feel like it was my body, my choice. Like,
yeah, for real.
Yeah, it is fucked up that they do that to you as like a baby.
Yeah, it is fucking weird. Yeah,
because like if I want to get circumcised, how hard is it to get circumcised as an adult? Like,
I think it's harder, but it's still done because people get like fucked up foreskin issues.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Like it's too tight, I think is the main one. Which is crazy to
me. I hear of more cases where it's like a botched circumcision. Like that scares me. Yeah, like, I'm glad they didn't fuck mine up.
That's crazy.
Because there's one case or like a bunch of cases where they just like make you transgender because like sometimes they'll just cut it off on accident.
And then they'll kill themselves because they're not. They're like, why the fuck am I a guy?
They didn't choose it, so they were just like.
So wait, is that why they felt like a? Never mind, I'm not about to get into it.
It's a sensitive issue, but like the short story is like sometimes when circumcisions are botched, like they accidentally just cut off your whole dick.
Okay.
And like the solution that doctors will come up with is like, oh, let's just make them trans.
Yeah, raise them as a girl.
And it's like because they have no dick, so they can't be a man. That's like the thought of it. But then like they didn't choose to be.
Sue the shit out of that house.
Yeah, they should, because like that's fucked up to do. Because like those people like aren't happy with it because like they didn't choose to be. Like you have to choose it for yourself if you're transgender.
That's crazy.
Like it has to be your opinion. So like if you just, it's not just like a solution. Like let's just make them trans.
Let's make them trans. Alex Jones.
Yeah. That is like an Alex Jones type brand. But
it's like they're botching the circumcisions to make more trans people.
But back to actual dating advice.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Because we went on like a weird detour, but like it was fun. I would say like the cure for inceldom is to just like
get some pussy.
Get some pussy.
Yeah, get some pussy, bro. I kid you not. Yeah, that's the cure for if incels would just get some pussy. It would be a better world.
It feels like it's really hard to get pussy because everything leading up to it, especially if you're like an incel or like introverted, like you don't even have to. But I mean, like everybody. Like I'm not an extrovert by any means, but like if you're not a huge extrovert already out doing shit, like everything leading up to how to meet women is I feel like a lot harder because you got to get yourself out. You got to put yourself together, maybe go to the gym a few times, do stuff to actually build up your self-esteem to be successful. Like all that is way harder than actually finding a girl.
And let me say this to like the women listening as well, like pass this on to your friends. If you meet a guy and he puts himself out there and he seems genuine and like, he seems like a great guy, just give him a chance. Who knows what could happen? Like, what's the difference between you not giving this nice guy a chance opposed to the asshole? Like just come on, just give it a chance.
But at the same time, if you're not attracted to somebody, like you don't got to do anything.
You don't got to do. I'm just saying, if you're attracted to that person, just hey, go out your comfort zone of what you normally would do is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, maybe. You never know.
Dustin and I were joking about this the other night, but like the old saying, like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that shit is not good advice.
Exactly, not at all. Because
Like,
then you yourself are like,
if,
oh my
if
God.
you
Some
identify
comedians out there we know.
Yeah.
That's terrible advice.
if you're genuinely like an incel, you're like, women owe me sex, like I'm so pissed off at women, blah blah blah, because I don't get any pussy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's like a negative feedback loop. Because like if you genuinely believe that it's like women's fault that nobody's fucking you and like it's out of your control, like you're just gonna be sad for yourself for your whole life and nothing's gonna change.
And then you're just gonna continue to blame women for your problems instead of looking at them like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah,
what you need to do is not be yourself.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just pretending for a little while, like just open your mind a little bit, like try and be more like sensitive to women and like what they want, what they need, blah blah blah. Even if you genuinely hate women, like try.
I don't understand
try and change.
How can a person hate women but yet want to have sex with women? I don't get. Like, I mean, that's a big moral dilemma right there. Like,
it's like women owe me sex because you know they just do. Like
I think you hate your mother. That means you hate your mother.
Probably.
Yeah, you got a lot of deep-seated issues.
It's like that Madonna whore complex thing too, where your mother's like perfect and all the other women are.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be a number of different things, but I think the main thing is just like insecurity. Like you weren't able to get laid throughout high school, college, early adulthood, and then you just like get set in your ways like, oh, it's never gonna happen.
Listen, brother, it happens. It's not just you're not the only person, brother. It happens. Get past yourself and get on that horse, brother.
Yeah, watch the 40-year-old virgin.
Exactly.
People literally pop their cherries at age 30. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. There's always a chance to like change your path, but it has to come from within. Like it's not women's fault.
In a genuine place as well.
Even if you have a horrible experience with a woman where she's just absolutely horrific to you, like laughs at your dick, like tells you you're ugly, all this shit. Like
Matt will have a separate counseling session for men. Like that.
That's one sample size. Like there's guaranteed a woman out there who will have sex with you. So like you just got to keep trying. There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Right. And a big dick is just for show too, if we're being honest.
That's Ramon's advice.
It is. It's true.
Yeah.
Like it's cool because like, oh, you know, you don't feel like you don't have to try as hard, but like women don't need like a lot. Like if you can come from just getting eaten out, like come on.
That's why I say if your tongue game good, bro, you can kind of can just phone it in with your dick. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. There's like a study.
Yeah, really.
There's a study out there that says like what is it? 70% of women don't come from penetration.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah,
which is true. So like even if you have a little dick, like you can still like make
foreplay.
A woman come. Foreplay is honestly,
bro. Foreplay is the shit. I don't care what nobody say. I love foreplay.
It's
dog.
more important.
I love that
He said, I don't care what anyone says.
Like a lot of them do be like, oh man, I don't like foreplay. Man,
fuck what DJ Khaled has to say.
It's necessary. Like you can't. Like what do you like? That's like a middle school, high school opinion where like I'm just gonna unzip my pants and stick it in. And
yeah,
it's just gonna work. That
doesn't
fucking
sex
work.
is worse when you do that. When it's just like a fucking 5-minute transaction.
Shit
like,
is
quick
right?
suck.
Like, bro, I've had a chick say that she's like, we just gonna fuck, and I'm like, okay, and I tried to eat out, and she wasn't with it. She wasn't with foreplay. I'm like, bro, this is weird as shit to me. Like, I don't know, maybe she just wasn't into me, or maybe she just wasn't into foreplay. Either way, I'm
or
like,
she's had some weird like psychological problem where it's like, you know, she was abused or some shit. Like, who knows? Who knows what her life was where she was at that point?
Just don't do 12 play.
Anything but 12 plays. No 12 plays, man. That shit is okay.
But yeah, I think incels out there, you have hope. Like, just try and become a better person. Try and become a high-value male.
Yeah, if we can just reach one incel, bro.
Yeah.
One.
Well, we're reaching. How many people listen to this?
All of them. All of them are incels. Even the women.
Yeah.
Femcells.
Our femcells.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Women out
I
there.
gotta find me a femcel. I bet they're freaks.
I bet them.
Oh yeah. Our advice for y'all
freaky.
is even easier. Just, you know, put out a megaphone out your window and be like, "Who wants to fuck me?" And like one guy will probably.
Yes, I promise, bro. I did that. I said that in one of my stand-ups. Little ladies, you can throw a rock and hit a man that'll fuck you most likely. So
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's crazy.
I'm sure women would probably have better advice for you that is more intense than what we just said. But like from a male perspective, there's always.
I think we have the best opinions, actually.
But yeah, that's our episode. Thanks for stopping by, y'all, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all. Hey, Matt, appreciate you having me. Ramon, appreciate you having me. It's
check out Dustin on Instagram, dblockcomedy.
All one word.
All one word.
Yeah, so we trying to do big things, but appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, later, y'all. Bye.
This is my job, man. This is how I put food on the table.
Real talk.
Sleep all goddamn day, every day. Play the same fucking games over and over and over again every day. My day is shit. It's gonna be shit tomorrow. It's just gonna be the shit after that. Just gonna be the shit after that. My day is shit. It's gonna be shit tomorrow. It's just gonna be the shit after that. Just gonna be the shit after that. I'm a fat dude. I'm going to cheat. I'm a fat dude. Throwing controllers to a beat. I'm a fat dude. I'm going to cheat. I'm a fat dude. I'm a fat dude.